How's it going, everybody? My name is Eric Fondren. I am here to speak with you today about my new podcast, my new video channel, I don't know, doesn't matter. Ultimately, I'm just trying to get this thing started, not get bogged down with the idea of making it perfect. It's called Pivot or Die. It is business related, entrepreneurship focused. It's about the hard decisions we make as small business owners and entrepreneurs that, if we're lucky, take us to the next level, but ultimately a lot of times we are forced to make in order to survive. So I'm going to start out, I'm just going to explain to you the 7 businesses that I have running right now. I do a lot, I work on a lot, but it's mainly because there is always another business proposition that I feel strongly about, that I have some level of passion for, and that I want to put my all into. I don't give 100% to everything because I can't, I just don't have that much time. But most of them I am fairly involved with and touch on a day-to-day basis. So whenever I release a video, it is either going to be a deep dive into one business or a kind of high-level update on all of them. So to start out, I'm going to talk about my first business, which is Italio. It is a digital out-of-home advertising company that has dealt with quite a lot in the last few months just because most people aren't outside. So digital out-of-home doesn't make sense as an advertising venue. There's been some comeback as advertisers have planned, but ultimately there needs to be a pivot there. We are currently in the market to find an acquirer for the technology that we have built there. And just to give you a background, I have a bachelor's in computer science, and so much of the IP I have either helped to design, helped to implement, or created myself. And so I'm going to put up a couple of links, a couple of images, a couple of URLs, so you guys can see exactly what that looks like overall. The next business is Ampcar. Ampcar is a virtual automotive repair service platform where if you're getting your car serviced, you can have an expert automotive repair serviceman handle the process for you. So you take your car in, you have them call your Ampcar Agent. The Ampcar Agent makes sure you're not getting ripped off from a price perspective, and then make sure the accurate repairs are done. And then you just pay your bill and pick up your car. Ampcar is a brand new business, and we are just getting that off the ground. And we've had quite a lot of success. We just saved a guy $6,000 the other day. And the concept of pivot or die is really about the decisions you make on a day-to-day basis. And so specifically about Ampcar, we went in with the assumption that we could get people to pay a subscription for our service on a regular basis. And while that still holds true, it only holds true for a specific segment of our customer types. Everybody needs help saving money on their car repairs. But if you have a Honda Civic, you're in a different mindset than if you have a Porsche Panamera. If you have a Honda Civic, you go in, maybe your radiator's leaking, maybe your AC is not working, whatever the case is, you want to save money right then and there. But you're not going to be thinking about your car after that unless it needs gas. So the business model for that is really one-off. If we save you a certain amount of money, we make money for how much we save you. So if we save you $1, we make 25 cents. If we save you $1,000, we make $250. So incentivized to to save you more money. The decisions we've had to make there is to stop. We've taken the prices off of our websites. We have changed our onboarding protocol to where you don't have to create a whole new account. And the entire process for bringing a customer in has really been updated so that we can take advantage of those one-off repair scenarios at a higher clip. And so that's kind of where we're pivoting right now, just in terms of how we're servicing our clients and what type of clients we're bringing in. The next business that I work on a regular basis is called EM Therapy, Enriching Minds Therapy. It is a mental health practice that provides substance use counseling and mental health counseling to a very specific population. We have recently won our 4th contract from the federal government. It's mainly based in Texas, although we have a site in Louisiana and we have a site now in Arkansas. And basically what we're doing there now is we have to work virtually. clients used to come into the office, and we've had to pivot. We've had to, start working virtually just like every other business. And it has really been a bit of a shift in terms of providing the services to the clientele in a way that still gives them the best quality service. So there's necessary changes on every end there. My next business that I've been working on, and this is a digital course that I have created. I started creating it in November of last year. I finally finished it this year, did a couple webinars, did a trial run dress rehearsal basically with 10 students early on in the year. It's called Bankable Business Blueprint. And the pivot for this company is really around who the ideal clientele is. When I first created the company, I really thought that it was going to be a course for people who wanted to quit their jobs. COVID came in and was like, I'm gonna help you make everybody quit. So basically, ultimately, when I quit my job and became an entrepreneur, I made a lot of mistakes, and almost all of those mistakes are addressed, and you have strategies to overcome them in Bankable Business Blueprint. So instead of it being for people who are looking to leave their 9-to-5, Bankable Business Blueprint has now the customer profile, the perfect customer. We've done a pivot, and we're now chasing people who are first-time founders. Those are when you make usually your most egregious mistakes when it comes to building your business. And so the targeting, the marketing for the digital product is shifted just a tiny bit, so that a different type of person who really needs that full rewiring of their brain for entrepreneurship, that's the ideal clientele for that course. And I've also found an interesting way to go after that type of individual. I'm starting to talk to colleges and universities that want to utilize open education resources and online resources in order to teach their students in a better way. And so I had a conversation today with a college down south where we'll potentially be incorporating Bankable Business Blueprint into one of their entry-level entrepreneurship courses. So again, finding first-time founders, whether they be students, people who are leaving their jobs, older individuals that are just starting businesses, all of these things are pivots that I've made for that particular business. My second business is Six Figure Follows. Six Figure Follows is another digital course that provides marketing help. It provides a level of agile testing methodology in order to help you refine your messaging and convert more customers. So ultimately, when you are talking to someone and you're trying to convince them to buy your product, you need to use message that resonates with them. And Six Figure Follows teaches you how to do that, how to capture the individual's attention and then put them in a funnel so that you can convert them down at the bottom of the funnel. I've had to pivot that company just slightly because at first it was a digital course where you could teach yourself how to do this in a self-taught fashion. I've actually switched it, and it's now more of an agency feel, because at the end of the day, the ideal client that's going to pay the top dollar for a program like this really doesn't want to learn. They just want to get it started, get it done, get it out there, make more money. And so Six Figure Follows has been reframed just a little bit as an agency that allows entrepreneurs that are already selling products to improve their overall conversion rates and increase their overall revenue. So that's kind of the pivot that I've done there. My next company is GPF Holdings. GPF Holdings is a business that provides, again, first-time entrepreneurs a long program, a long-form accelerated program. So GPF Holdings takes in a company, takes in an individual, first-time founder, first-time entrepreneur. It gives them 12 months and 3 different buckets of services that start from sales and marketing, fundraising and corporate development, and then product and business development. And in those 3 buckets, we provide very granular help in order to help a company formulate their idea, optimize their business model, discover their customer base, develop branding, voice, messaging, find investors, whether that be angel seed investors or institutional, and craft their pitch so they can communicate to these individuals over time. It is a very selective program, and in exchange for all this advice and mentorship, the company that's in the program delivers GPF a small percentage of equity ownership. So it's an accelerator, but instead of us giving cash, we're giving very, very hands-on customized help. The reason why we started this company is because a friend of mine and I both knew that we wanted to basically get into VC, but we didn't have necessarily the capital, didn't have the time to go fundraise a large fund in order to invest in companies. And we felt, we can still provide some level of help without having to give capital. We can give our time, we can give our own entrepreneurial experience, we can give our own advice. And we've graduated one matriculate, and we have one in the program right now, and then we have another one that is currently being vetted and facilitated. And that company has been pivoting. It's really been going in the way that we expected it would. It has not slowed down because there are more entrepreneurs that need this level of help. We have decided to, given all of that's happening in the world today, make sure that we're focusing heavily on a diverse income or a diverse set of businesses that are coming into our program, as well as looking to make sure that the founders themselves are diverse, and even our board, who is the board to GPF, making sure our board members are diverse, come from diverse backgrounds, diverse understandings, and diverse experience and expertise sets. So that's kind of been, it's been rocking and rolling. Thankfully, my business partners are extremely solid. One comes from a business development world, a PE world, a mergers and acquisitions world. And then another one, it runs his own legal firm. Then I come from a product development, leadership, and marketing world. So we're just like a trifecta of solid skills that help these businesses really accelerate, go from 0 to 60. And GPF's whole goal is to get a company to the first financial inflection point, which is their seed round of capital. And then I have one last business that I'm working on, and that is a potential audience analytics company where we help on-site retail companies measure and understand the foot traffic of people walking in their business. This is more of a business opportunity, and it may turn into a full-fledged business at some point. We're still in very early talks in terms of talking to these people, so we'll see how that goes. Those are high-level recaps of everything that's been going on with my entrepreneurial endeavors right now. Again, I'm going to probably take the time to go into each company specifically so you have a better understanding of what I'm doing, kind of map this out to see the granular details of what each company is. I know I went through a lot there, and I'll have some links so you can go in and just like take a look at some of the websites. Some websites are just placeholders because the work being done is a little bit more confidential in nature. Other websites are fully fleshed out, and you can find a lot of other information. If you have any questions, just hit me in the comments, and I'm excited to talk about things that I'm passionate about, and we'll keep this going. And I'll talk to you guys later.